pretty good when it comes to adapters and all that kind of stuff. All you got to do is just search for it in the settings and see if it's there. Not necessarily the settings, but just search the file folder to see if it's there. I recently got myself a second monitor. The thing is that both monitors have HDMI inputs, no display. Okay. And my GPU, a 6700 XT, which is like this guy here, it's like this guy, only has one HDMI output and 3 displays, just like this, just like that. So I had to buy a display to HDMI adapter in order to use my second monitor. I currently use a dual boot system with Windows 10 and Linux Mint. And the problem is that the second monitor only works on Linux, but not on Windows. What I tried, reinstalling the GPU drivers, reinstalling Windows 10, Windows P to switch between secondary screen modes, swapping cables, monitors, and GPU outputs, as well as power cycling everything. Okay, both monitors are 24-inch Samsung F24 T35, 75 Hertz with FreeSync. So, 75 Hertz means that it was 16 and got overclocked. So it's a possibility that the overclock settings is what it's really not good at. So you can say to turn them down to 60 to see if that fixes this issue, but neither here nor there. We'll talk about that here in a second. Both monitors are 75 Hertz, 24-inch monitors. And as I said previously, my GPU is a 7600 XT. Thanks in advance. Okay, I got you, bro. Okay, let me just try to pretend burp. Okay, there we go. Okay, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so with this one, when you are in the display settings, do you see the second monitor? I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. If you don't know at home, I can show you in 2 seconds. Display settings. So once you're in the display settings here, it would actually start showing you monitors if this wasn't a remote session, but here you will actually see your monitors. So you want to actually go to the display settings to see if it's actually here. And if it's showing up here, if it's not showing up here, then we're talking about something totally different. So that's all I was referring to. So with this one, when you are in the display settings, do you see the second monitor? If you don't, then it's possible the resolution or frame rate is interfering. So what I would say is if the monitor specs itself to 75 Hertz, from the menu, turn that feature off and set it back to 60 to see if it's seen. HDMI to display, it's a possibility that it can go to 75 Hertz. Let me actually look these up real quick. Let me make sure to see if these are 4Ks real quick. They may just be 1080p's, but what's the resolution on them? It's all pretty. This came out 2 years ago, so it's not gonna be 4K, I don't think. Is it 4K? Come on, we got a show to run. We're trying to figure this out. You're gonna show the specs and not show the resolution? Okay, I'm about to say, I was like, what? Where's the resolution? Who shows specs with no resolution? Okay, so it's 1080p. All right, where were we? We were here. No. This one right here. All right, so 1080p. Yeah, I still would say this, even though it's highly unlikely now. So if it was 2K, then yeah, I may say that. But if it's 1080p, so I would say is this: if the monitor specs itself to 75 Hertz, turn that feature off and set it back to 60 to see if it's seen. Outside of that, I would try. So he has an HDMI to display. Is it an adapter or is it a cable? HDMI inputs, right. And so I had to buy a display to HDMI adapter. Outside of that, I would try a HDMI to display cable. It's literally HDMI male on one end and display male on the other. Typically those are usually work a little bit better than display to HDMI dongles, but I think that's something that's happening here. Now, is it a possibility that it could be something else? Yeah, but it seems like it's just going to be the cable here. Now, what will be interesting is if you can go into Linux and see what frame rate that it picked up at. Also in Linux, what frame rate does it show the monitor at? All right, so yeah, we'll do that. I don't have a Linux version yet. I haven't had a chance to install one, but I'll install one over the weekend, so we'll have it to switch to, so we can check it from Linux too. It's rare that people ask me Linux questions, but the more I get them, the more it makes me want to go ahead and add one as well. So we'll have a switch to it. But yeah, we'll just do that here. I still have to add like every game. I'm missing like maybe 20 games that people still play. Like I have the regulars, like the Call of Duties, the Overwatches, and stuff like that. But I don't have every game, so that we can switch to it and test in case somebody actually gives us a video game question. But we'll see. So yeah, that's what I would say to this one here. Yeah. So just a lot of probing questions. See if we can get some more information from Pants. Keep us posted, bro.